office email, it so peak. Like, oh, thank you. In my previous vlog, I mentioned to you that I'd like to use this winter break to basically catch up on all life things. I don't know about you, but I can't stand having a bunch of open tabs in my head. That's what exhausts me. And in the past 2 days, I've been able to close so many tabs. I did have to work yesterday because there are just some things that you need to get done regardless of the fact that there is a winter break or there is a holiday. I didn't mind. I love going into break knowing that I closed that specific tab. I did keep a logbook of sorts because I've noticed that I don't ever pat myself on the back for something. I grew up thinking that the standard or the mediocre or the things that you have to do did not deserve praise. And that's created such a weird feedback loop in my head. Instead of feeling like I've gotten this sense of accomplishment, it's more of like, I just need to keep pushing and keep going. And that's obviously not very healthy. But let me read off to you what I've been able to close. I dropped off my wedding dress. Yes, my wedding dress. I pulled it out of my closet a few months ago and I don't even recall, taking it off or any of that sort because I basically got so wasted at my wedding. I don't regret that. But as somebody who was like a whole year and some change sober, why did I do that? But anyways, pulled it out of the closet to see that it looks horrible. To me, I just adore the craftsmanship that went into my wedding dress. And the fact that I mismanaged it just tore me apart. And I just remember calling Michael in the middle of the day being like, I just can't believe it. But anyways, I did drop it off to get it cleaned and hopefully they can remove some stains because we did take some pictures outside that day and I just dragged the hell out of it. But there aren't any pulls on the silk, which is just so wonderful and a testament to the kind of fabric that is. I dropped off anything that needed to be dry cleaned, including my jacket, Michael's shirts, my sweaters. I used to hand wash any and all things just to save money. But I have really bad tendinitis in both of my thumbs. And when I hand wash things, I just cannot craft or do anything after I hand wash things. So I don't know when I'm gonna post this video, but if you're looking for a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or any gift for anybody who adores clothes, get them a gift card to their local dry cleaners. It's actually unbelievably thoughtful and you get to support a small local business. I picked up my library holds. I didn't get to sign up for a library card until this year, which is so unfortunate. There are so many things going on in that library. There's a craft night. They also hold a sale for any used books and that money goes towards the library. I managed to catch up on a lot of laundry. And I'm not talking about clothes laundry, okay? I'm talking about linens, towels, random things that need to be laundered, Max's stuff. That's done. Folded and put away. Last but not least, and one of the most important things, I got my closet organized. If you know me on the short form platform side, I specialize in dressing up and fashion. My closet is like a second workspace for me. Not only that, I also have to operate out of it and get dressed every day because of work. Opening that closet was like opening up my brain in a bad way. I also paid someone to help me organize the closet. I just touch those clothes every day and I see that closet every day and I just could never, ever get it done. And that was the thing that helped me get over that challenge. I only got rid of 3 bags of clothes, surprisingly. And while she was organizing it, she was like, you have 6 white button-ups. They're all the same. And I said, to the naked eye, they're the same, but to me, they're not the same. Something's always gotta give, right? And I don't think we give ourselves enough grace, especially amidst like the hustle culture of it all, for the amount of things that we actually can get done in a day, a week, a month, a year. And of course my problems and my chores are very much first world problems. And by no means I'm complaining the fact that I have to get these done. I'm just so grateful for the resources, the help that's been given to me. Now that I've basically logged off for the day, I was gonna film some short form content, but I don't really feel like it, to be honest. true. A really hot bath is such an underrated form of self-care. Full disclosure, I'm not bathing in the same place where Michael and I shower. I do think that can be a bit nasty. It's really just the little things in life. Working all day, getting paid to do that work, barely paid. Eating food that's good for you and it's hot right out of the oven. Sharing that meal with someone you love. Taking a hot bath with Epsom salt, candles. You're reading a book that you didn't even have to pay for, access to free knowledge. Not to be corny, but that's peak. I have really dry skin. We have a theory, my sister and I, who's a licensed esthetician, that Accutane ruined my skin. It made it extremely dry. I've been neglecting sealing in my moisture or slugging, and that's why I have these tiny little comedones here. Comedones? Comedones. Yeah.
Oh, it smells really good too. Your favorite?
It's been a bit since I talked to the camera. Yesterday was kind of just crazy. I love shopping in person for Christmas gifts, and I think wish lists can be silly. If you're buying a gift, it's usually for someone you love and you know, so I always like to get something that they didn't think they needed or wanted. I love going in person, doing that, and of course supporting small and local businesses. We did end the day by watching the new Jujutsu Kaisen movie, Execution. I'm kind of disappointed because the first 45 minutes was just a recap of the most recent season, and it was funny and made me very nostalgic and sad. And then the other half was essentially the first 2 episodes of season 3, which were excellent. Like, I was just talking about this with Michael after. Like, I love Gege Akutami's characters. They're just also gorgeous and funny and so fleshed out. And the way that he writes female characters, they're so strong, baddies, just wonderful. And of course, before I go off on another tangent, I actually wanted to show you my library books. I should have showed them earlier, but of course I just got busy. So first things first, I got The Country Under Heaven. I'm just craving another Western without it being another Western, if that makes sense. So this is supposedly a occult supernatural genre, but it's set at the stage of a Western novel. It's really interesting. The main character, he is a former Union soldier and he still suffers from PTSD. I've read about 36 pages already. It feels like an amalgamation of short stories, but told in the perspective of Ovid, because these stories are adventures that he goes on while he travels to the West. So far, it seems like that he has been called to the West because of his trauma or these visions he's been having. And the first story was pretty like, ooh, chilling. The way that the story is being told is very much kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where Aang and the gang is just traveling to their destination, but they're coming across little different events that add up to the narrative, and this is very much like that. I'm not trying to find another high that I got from Lonesome Dove. Also, what I really enjoy is actually the cover. There's different illustration art styles. So as you can see, the landscape is realism, whereas the monster here is more illustrative, same with this, but even these two are different art styles. And I think that's just to reflect the type of genre this is, how you wouldn't expect these different types of genres and themes to come together, but they do. This is the book I was reading in my bath. This is Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. This book didn't attract me because I wanted to commit art theft. I wasn't sure to check out the book because obviously, I mean, you could read these 10 rules right here and you're done. But what I liked was that there were just bite-sized anecdotes, practical advice. And that's really palatable for a person like me because I'm not gonna read a whole self-help book about being a creative. There's a lot of things that I really loved about this book, but one of the biggest things is keep your day job. Here's a testimony, if you will. A day job gives you money, a connection to the world, and a routine. Freedom from financial stress also means freedom in your art. As photographer Bill Cunningham says, if you don't take money, they can't tell you what to do. So true. If you notice, if anyone follows me on short form platforms, I don't take many brand partnerships, and if I do, it's going to be one that I already am a participant of. I'm already a consumer of that brand. A little inside. Sometimes the prompts are just so bad. And I've never been in that situation before because if I have, I just say, I'm not doing this. Sometimes it forces you to make work that you're not proud of or work that doesn't align with who you are as a person. And I understand that people need to do that because this is the way that they eat, pay their rent, so on and so forth. But I'd rather keep making videos so that I just get to do whatever I want. I would gift this to the next creative individual. Just pass it on. Sisterhood of Traveling book. Laws of UX. Using psychology to design better products and services. I was kind of wary of this because I'm like, man, it looks like it was written in 2004 because this is the second edition, which was published in 2024. There's real life practical examples. The information is just easy to consume. It breaks it down to like the most popular laws, like Jacob's Law. People will use things that they're already familiar with. And the target audience for this actually is for aspiring or beginner designers. And the book actually costs like 60 bucks. I can just borrow this from the library. Last but not least, Zaka sewing. Zaka is a Japanese term for miscellaneous household items, and they're usually very cute. I swear my mom borrowed the same book, or she owns the book. I don't know what that lady. I just thought it was really cute for Christmas gifts. Like, look at this. House mug mat. And you put your little spoon in the door. There's another thing that I really, oh, this is so cute. Bunny pencil case. I loved this because the items felt very easy to achieve. And my biggest problem when it comes to crafting and sewing is that I would start with a very large project and lose motivation because obviously the project isn't done. I want to actually finish things because that will keep me going. And as I continue to finish things, that allows me to also progress in my skill set. Oh, and also because I'm gluttonous, I got another iced pistachio latte. There's a space heater going on in the background. I realized that I am knitting two different projects in this vlog, which is actually a brilliant segue into one of my next points. The first project is a wool ribbed scarf. It is green, and it was my first knitting project that I had ever picked up. After I learned how to do a few stitches and read a pattern and some techniques here and there, I dropped that pattern to start the Sophie scarf, and I finished the Sophie scarf. I love going from the Sophie scarf to that scarf because it made me realize how easy that original scarf is. This one is the silhouette top. I just really loved how the buttons go all the way down the front. I started this in March of 2025, thinking that this color and style is for me. I love it, but I plan on giving it to my younger sister. This is with Pima cotton, and it's a double strand. It's super heavy already. And honestly, I was kind of sick of knitting this project because it was so hard at some points and I just wanted to give up entirely. My little disciplined mean brain was like, you can't start another project if you have two pending projects. So that led me to not wanting to knit at all because I wasn't interested in those two projects. Why would I knit? And I forget I have free will. I could easily just stop knitting this and knit the other project and vice versa. People do that with books. I do that with video games. I do that with anime. I do that with everything. Why am I not doing that with knitting? The one benefit of knitting that I absolutely adore is the fact that you can touch different materials. This feels so different from the wool that I'm playing with. I'm dying to knit some cashmere right now and just touching it, so I want to start the Sophie hood soon. But my point, sometimes my discipline can be oppressive, especially in creativity. Like, why would I become my own oppressor? And that keeps me from actually making things because I feel like I have to be disciplined in some certain areas of my life, and knitting and or making things shouldn't be one of them. I'm just so happy I was able to finish something in this room. And I will say, after sewing in here all day, sitting in front of the window is really, really helpful. I kind of want one for myself now. I hope I still have time to craft when I go back to work,